going on, you guys? Tim Carr here. It's been a while since I made a video. I've been slacking. I've been not really lazy on it, but I've been just kind of thinking of video ideas and trying to find more of a targeted niche here. So one thing that I've been experiencing a lot with at work, especially, is I have a lot of clients that struggle to lose weight. So I figured out 3 points that I start implementing in the majority of their nutrition and their plans and just all around their life, and it's really been helping. So these are just the 3 tips I've been trying to build my foundation on, and they've all been working as long as they've been following them. So tip number 1, I got my notes here in case I mess up because a little bit wrote down a little too much here. But anyways, number 1 is sleep. So sleep is when your body repairs, okay? It's very important, especially if you're gonna be in the gym lifting weights. Now everyone's sleep is different. On average, I would say you probably wanna get around 6 to 8 hours of sleep. That's what I've been recommending. So, and I know as we get older, it gets harder to sleep and sleep habits change. But yeah, so sleep is, number 1 is when your body is repairing, and that's when your body is doing its growth. You go to the gym, you break down the muscle fibers, you sleep and recover, you build them back up. So the second tip is sleep will also help moderate your stress and your hormone levels. So it's going to help control your ghrelin and your leptin, which are basically appetite or hunger hormones as well. So you don't sleep basically as those kind of get out of whack, and that's why you get those cravings, you get hungry too. So be sure that you're getting good quality sleep. And then number 3, I kind of touched on already, is your time, 6 to 8 hours sleep a night. So the reason why I say is you want to experiment with that, because some people do better with less, some people do better with more. There's a study done where it actually shows that average sleepers in that 6.5 to 8 hour range had the lowest chance of weight gain. Those who actually slept longer, like on that 9 and over 10 hour range, tended to have a little bit higher weight gain than those who slept under that 6.5 hour range there, actually also had more weight gain. So if you do too long or too little, you go bad at either way. So the reason why I bring that up is because we talk about sleep cycle real quick. So we talk about a sleep cycle. It basically is divided up into segments, and each segment, a full cycle, lasts about 3 hours. Sorry, hour and a half. So when you do a sleep cycle, if you were to get up at 6 a.m. as opposed to 7 a.m., you technically might be more refreshed and relaxed in the morning. The reason that is when you sleep, you start off right here, right, like a graph, and then that graph will dip, and when it gets to the bottom there, that's when you're in your deep sleep, and you're gonna rise back up. So that whole routine there from the crest to the trough will be about an hour and a half. So what happens is when you wake up at 7 o'clock as opposed to 6, for example, you're waking up in the middle of a sleep cycle, which can be why you are drowsy and tired. So play around with that a little bit, play around with your time, see what works best for you, and then see which one gives you the most energy and feels refreshed. My second tip is water. So the thing about water is there's not really a whole lot of studies done shown on drinking a gallon a day or whatnot is best for your body. There's really no studies out there. I try to look for any, I cannot find really any at all. But what I hear a lot of is you should drink at least half your body weight in water, and they say go by your thirst. I tend to be on the higher end. I like to aim for about a gallon because that's when I feel the best. But if you're not getting in at least, I say half your body weight, you should try to get in some more. Just because the reason for that is because your thirst and hunger is controlled in the hypothalamus of your brain. So that means when you're hungry, if you drink water, that might satisfy your hunger. So if you are constantly hydrating, you can basically easily separate when you're hungry and when you're thirsty. So there's a little tip there for that. My last tip there for water is it actually helps with your energy. When I was doing my certifications through NASM, the one thing I found out through them is a 5% decrease in hydration can lead up to a 30% decrease in maximal strength output. Not saying it always is that, but it can go up to that. Because your muscles are made of water. Approximately 70% of your muscle is water. So that means you need to have that water in your body in order to carry out proper muscle contractions and to give yourself energy basically too. So there's a whole scientific process too where you can extract the oxygen molecules and separate the hydrogen from the water, H2O. We're not going to get into that. But that is how basically you can turn water and kind of aid that in energy and using that for lifting. Last one here, this is the one that everyone's trouble with, is your nutrition, taking out the processed foods. So this one right here is tough because I don't promote always being a clean food Nazi. I do realize that people are here to live life. Not everyone has the same goal or same desire. That wants to do a show, for example, or be a trainer, or look actually shredded on the beach. That's not everyone's goal. So the more and more I do my job, the more and more I realize that everyone's goal is different. That means you have to approach it differently. So in doing that, I came up with this processed foods idea. So I'm not saying get rid of all of them. All I'm saying is get rid of the ones you can't control and you shouldn't eat. For example, mine's Oreos. That's an example there. Some people can eat 2 or 3 Oreos, a couple nights out of the week and put them away. If you can do that and control it, I'd say keep them in. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, you can probably get better options, but it satisfies your sweet tooth. Me personally, I can't do that. I eat the whole pack. So that's a no-no. So that's an example of cleaning out a food that you can't control. And now cleaning out, would be more advanced here, but cleaning out a food that would be, you could have a better option. For example, be oatmeal. So if you buy the packaged flavored oats, that's a better option. Let's say sugary cereal, you would think. But when you look at the sugar and the ingredients in the back, there's some added ingredients and it's a lot higher in sugar than a regular oatmeal would be. So an example what you can do there is swap out those flavored oats by normal oats and then add your own Splenda or fruit or sweeteners to it. So that's more of an advanced and detailed look at your diet when you kind of plateau. But that's what I like to have you guys do is remove out those foods if you can. So another thing to you look for is if the ingredient label is 2 paragraphs long or covers up the entire back of the box. You can't read half of it, then you probably shouldn't really be eating it on a normal basis or consuming it anyways. With that being said, though, I do realize we have occasions and special times where we consume foods like that, and that's perfectly fine. You just don't want it to be a normal occurrence, basically. So the reason why I bring that up is all those foods that come in boxes and are prepared, almost all of them, pretty much all of them, have added sugar. The problem with added sugar like that is sugar is a carb. It's not bad, okay? It can be bad. It's not exactly bad to have and consume. It's just that we add it into larger quantities. So the issue there with sugar is there's a carbohydrate. Carbohydrates are good, but when you have it in the amount that they're putting in these processed foods, you don't realize it. You're actually setting off almost like an addictive sensation in your brain. When you have that sugar like that, it almost lights up in your brain. If you were to take a scan of your brain, it'll light up a section there, and there's the same section that basically drug you activate. So I'm not saying don't ever eat carbs. You need carbs, okay? In my opinion, if you want to work out hard, you need some carbs for energy. Don't ever really exclude them unless you plan on going keto and you've done your research. But with that being said, yeah, I'm not a fan of the boxed, foods like that. Plus, it just makes me feel like crap. I don't feel very good a lot for eating those foods. So those are my 3 tips. I'll probably go in more detail on each of them in another video, but give them a shot. I promise you guys will see results if you start implementing them today. Okay, something you can do this week, something that'll be fairly easy to plan around. It's just creating the routines and cycles to get you into them consistently. Thanks guys very much. Have a good day. Let me know what you like to see next video, and then stick around. We'll have some more fun.